who knew that if we want our man to communicate more with us, it actually starts with us?
Well, it is Just Us Girls time again, and I am joined with the girls from A Better Us. We have Danielle, Diane, and Kara.
Hey.
All right. So, okay, it's a good thing our husbands aren't here because we're talking about them today.
Yes.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
talking about our husbands,
Yes.
okay? I mean, really, who knew that our husbands have different insecurities than we do? I don't know about you, but it's kind of hard for me to think of my husband as having like all these insecurities and things. He's so strong, you know, he's my rock. I'm the one with the insecurities. But actually, he does. He does.
Well, I had to chuckle when I got the notes from Anne sent to me, and the title for this subject was "How to Communicate with a Man Who Won't Communicate." And I thought, this is a real thing. Okay, this is a real thing. This is actually something. You know, communication is really hard in marriage sometimes, and men maybe might not be as willing to be as vocal and talkative as us girls are. But man, when Shanti started talking, I thought, she is going, like, taking a sharp turn for me. Who knew that if we want our man to communicate more with us, it actually starts with us? And the more I do the show, girls, the more I realize if you want a better us, you need to start with you.
Yep.
And so I just thought, man, like you said, like the men have vulnerabilities that maybe we aren't aware of, and it's, am I able? And so if Dan is already feeling negatively vulnerable, if I've criticized him and maybe didn't even know, then why then would he further want to become more vulnerable if he doesn't want to? And so we really, you know, she was interviewing the men. We need to listen up. They are telling us that they will be more open, willing to open up to us if they are feeling more confident and capable and less coddled like a kid.
Right.
And that's, so we need to start with us.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny when you say like a kid. I've heard my husband say that before, right? When you say something, it's like, I'm not a child. And I'm like, I'm sorry, right? So that's so true, like a kid, because sometimes we think we're talking to our children because we want things to happen a certain way and they don't do it. And
Diane, you make me feel so good that you're saying that, because I've done that too.
Yeah,
like we don't mean it.
No, don't mean it
I mean,
at all.
we're used to talking to our children or solving problems with the children, and so we kind of take that mindset and just kind of shift a little bit. And there's our husband. We got to. But so you've done it too.
I've done it too. I'm guilty.
Thank you.
I am so guilty.
Yeah. And I love that she was talking about, like, even in the little things, they may struggle with the am I able? Like, we might think it's just a one-off comment we've made about loading the dishwasher or folding the laundry, and they might actually be struggling with, like, oh no, maybe I'm not able to do this. And that's why I'm just not going to do it, because it's not worth the fight that comes with doing it.
That's a good point.
And so then what I found that she really taught me was relationships over tasks. So she said, is this task more important today, doing it today, than it is hurting my husband's feelings?
That's right.
And I was like, oh, that's a good point. That was a great question to reflect on, because my relationship with my husband is more important than wiping down the counter correctly.
Yeah, she talked about that next day rule, which I took notes.
I
thought,
love that.
Okay,
That was
duly
so good.
noted.
Yes.
Is this important to me right now, or can I just, you know, sit with this and maybe reapproach tomorrow? And I bet you by tomorrow it's not even going to be a big
It
deal.
won't even be a thing.
And then no issue, we can move on.
Yeah. I've learned to try to praise my husband when he's trying to help me, right? Just even when I'm thinking in my head, oh, that's terrible, right? It's not how I do it. But I'm like, oh, babe, thank you so much. I'm so glad you helped me do Like, I'm making the bed is my thing. Don't make a bed if you're not going to make it properly. And he'll try to make the bed and help me, thinking he's doing something. He's smiling and putting the pillows on all wrong. And I'm thinking, oh, that's wonderful, babe. Thank you so much for helping me. And I just walk out. I let it go.
The fact that he's willing.
Right,
is
exactly.
enough, right?
I'm
Yeah.
like, that is perfect. But when he's gone, I go back in and I just simply put the pillows the way I like the pillows.
Okay.
But I praise him in that moment.
Pillows
right?
on the bed. That's a thing
Yeah,
with us.
That's the thing.
Ron, I mean, he counted once how many pillows we have on our
about
bed.
How many pillows we have.
And
yeah.
he counted 18 pillows. Now, I'm not talking about the kind you sleep on. I'm talking about the little
Right,
you know,
the
the
toe
dainty
pillows.
things. And you put them here and you kind of make little things.
Exactly.
And, like, it's important.
Yeah.
And they have to look right. They have
to
to be
be-
positioned
Exactly.
properly.
Exactly.
But you know what? Just like that is important to us, there are other things that are important to our guys. So sometimes when we bring it back, like this might not be a big deal for me to feel corrected.
Right.
Yeah.
That, like, sure, help me out. How do you do this? But for a guy, it might be different.
That's right.
And so we need to listen to them again and go, okay, what's important for you might not be important for me.
them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that their insecurities are different than ours, and being sensitive to that.
Yeah.
And they're
Just like-
valid.
Yes.
And we don't have to know exactly what their insecurities are. We just need to kind of live by the idea that we are their biggest cheerleader.
I was about to say, we
Yeah.
just need to boost them up.
Exactly.
We need to, it is important that as wives, we give our husbands that praise.
Yeah.
They need that. They need that ego stroked a little bit sometimes, you know, to make them feel like, I'm the man.
We need to
Right?
be their, like you said, cheerleader, but also their safe place more than we realize, I think.
Absolutely, I agree.
It's true.
Sometimes I'll just walk by my husband and say, you are awesome. Do you know that? You are the man. He's like, okay.
Yeah. Can I see you in the other room?
All right. I'll take that.
Exactly. Yeah. And I've heard it said that when someone feels appreciated, they will always go above and beyond.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so we
Yes.
just have to make, we appreciate what they do. And it might not be perfect, but it doesn't matter.
That's right.
And we have to make sure we're taking care of them.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
I
stuff.
agree.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe the guys should have been here because then we could have boasted their
I know,
egos a
right?
little bit
Right.
too.
Give them a little praise.
Yeah. Well, girls, thanks for being here, and this has been fun.
Yes.
Yeah, you stay with us. There's more Better Us to come.
Hey friends, we really hope you're enjoying the marriage conversations here on our Better Us YouTube channel.
We have hundreds of more helpful marriage videos designed to give you hope and tools to make your marriage even better.
Right. And you can see just a few options we think you might like here and here. So keep exploring.
Oh, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here so you don't miss out on all the great marriage help we have coming your way all the time.